Happy Wednesday and welcome to Red Dead Redemption 2 post-election stream. I hope you're all having yourselves a wonderful Wednesday. I know I am. I don't know what it is. There's just something different. There's something in the air. It's very pleasant. It's very nice. I don't know quite what it is, but it's making me feel good. Muslim Isawi, how are you doing? Welcome back to the show. And of course I remember you from yesterday. Of course. Welcome. Now, quick word to everyone about yesterday and this transition into today's stream. I did do a wee bit of playing offline yesterday I made sure I could earn myself some money, paid off the bounty, which was kind of hindering some of my progress, so Whoa, blasphemy, Dutch, my goodness. Thought I'll be next level, and here I am. Yes, you did. You are a man of your word. We appreciate that. Welcome. Good to have you. But yeah, did a little bit of playing, made sure I could get that bounty paid off. Now we can, do some bounty hunting. Bend over, how you doing? Great name. We're back. We're back. Today, I know for some people, it's not as happy a day. Oh yeah, by the way, this isn't actually a new horse. I had this horse stabled. But I went ahead and equipped him. I want to talk to Sadie. Sadie's cool.
Just wanted to say, I'm sorry about your husband, your home.
He was worth 100 of you thieves and murderers.
Hey now.
I have no doubt.
I'm one of the nice ones.
Okay, I'll catch you later then.
Okay.
I love his catch you laters always sound so different from the rest of his speech. He sounds all somber, and he's like, okay, well, catch you later.
You okay, Abigail?
Hello, Garbage. Hi, Boosh. Fellow Garbage. How you doing?
Well, I should be getting on.
Take care, Arthur.
It's a fine day, isn't it? I don't know about
Good morning.
You still have the first horse that was given to you. It's a beautiful horse. I had him stable. And the second horse is that little guy. Which, granted, the little guy is also in the stable. But, yeah. I switched to this one. He's faster. He's a cool cat. But, I like my horse. I named him Wumbo. Now, first order of business. This lady gotta go. We gotta take care of this woman. We gotta get her, y'all. She was causing me all kinds of hassles yesterday, and we know she causes other men hassles. But that's all about to end. We're about to turn her in, get us some $25. But yeah, I raised up some money and paid off my bounty. I think I have like $60-something left. Detroit, Atlanta, Philly, all had close ballot drops, all caught on camera, all called out. 5 box trucks full of ballots in Philly. Yeah, it's funny, like, reading some of the reactions today, people are like, oh, now no one's worried about voter fraud in these places. I'm like, oh, yes, we are. Yes, if you watched, seriously, I didn't go to sleep early last night. I actually was up till almost 8 a.m. I was up for a while. I mean, granted, it seemed more or less confirmed he won hours before that, but I was still kind of wary of some screwery going on in certain states. Michigan was still very odd in the way his lead dwindled. Now, granted, he won, thankfully, so he still carried that state. But there was still some weird goings on here and there. Wisconsin, there's some weird stuff there too. It's still just utterly bizarre that they haven't called Alaska when he's clearly going to win it. Arizona, we obviously still have no idea what's happening there. Nevada was strange too. Now, granted, it looks like he's going to win Nevada, but Nevada did not report anything about their vote totals until they had 75% reporting in. But it looks like he's actually going to win all of the swing states, which is kind of nuts. When is the next live? Now, normally I don't stream on Thursdays or Fridays or during the weekend because that's when I go to my job. I don't plan on streaming tomorrow or Friday, but... Well, actually, I don't know about... We'll see about Friday, because I actually happen to be off of work this weekend. I took off. So, I'll probably do a bit of weekend streaming for some fun. I would keep an eye on Friday and Saturday especially. And then my normal Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday streams, you can expect those next week. They're still counting unsecured ballots in some areas. She can't win the Electoral College. They're trying to get the popular vote, I think. Yeah. I don't think she has really any shot at winning the popular vote, though. I think she's too far behind. Now, one thing I could do is I could pop this guy, because he got gold. And you know what? I want that gold. I want that gold. Sorry, I'm not very nice. You told me you had gold. You should have kept quiet. I didn't necessarily mean to shoot the horse, but you know, hey, it's spoils of war. It's not war. I like to think he owed me money. I'm going to the International Karate Tournament on Saturday. Nice. That's awesome, dude. Well, here's one thing. What's going on, Cannoli? How you doing? I hope work's not too terribly bad today, but I imagine it's a pretty interesting day there all the same. I have a gaming channel where I re-upload these live streams. It's called Gaming with Gord. Boosh, if you don't mind, since you're a mod, if you don't mind linking that in the chat, that's where I re-upload these streams. So if you want to catch the live stream, like if you miss it from Saturday, you can go to that channel and see it. Yeah, generally speaking, I don't stream on Saturdays, but because I'm off this weekend, I almost certainly will. I have some videos I'm working on for this channel that will be keeping me busy, but I still think I'll probably squeeze in one or two weekend live streams. So I would say be on the lookout for those Friday and Saturday. Of course, it's while I'm cleaning the stove. Yeah. But yeah, did I get his gold? That's a bread roll. Small jewelry bag. I think that's... Admiral Teague, how you doing? Good to see you here, man. Is this your main channel? Yes. This is my primary channel, where I put out most of my stuff. I technically do have a meme channel, and I haven't been super active on there lately. It's technically my biggest channel subscriber-wise, by a pretty heavy amount. But I've kind of been taking a break from it recently because most of the meme stuff I post there are like political memes, and YouTube was shadow banning a lot of my content during the election cycle. But now that that's lifted, I actually already have gotten some ideas. I have one idea in particular for a video for the meme channel that I've already started on, so I'm going to try to have that up in the next couple of days. as well as a video I'm working on for this channel. But the meme channel is mostly like if you're into like memes that poke fun at politics. I mean, obviously it very much leans conservative, like I do. But it's mostly just to, you know, have fun with a lot of this stuff. But yeah, this channel is the one I work on the most. I want to do a little bit more for the gaming channel, which I have some ideas there. Using footage from these streams in particular, the Red Dead ones to start are the ones I really want to use. So, can't say exactly when or what those will be yet. The ideas are still marinating. But part of the reason I'm doing some silly stuff in this playthrough is for the purpose of those videos. The sillier the better sometimes. Yeah, that too, Cannoli. That too. But yeah, last night, that was interesting.
That there's a bounty hunter. Get him.
Eliane, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna make you go with the feller.
Oh my gosh. Poor guy.
Now, come here.
Rot in hell. Rot with the rest of them.
She's not exactly, you know, dressed for camping.
This is.
Yeah, Alaska not being called at this point is like, okay, so it made. I mean, it didn't make sense, but it was kind of easy to discern why they weren't calling it last night. Because after they called, let's see, it was right after they called, I think, Pennsylvania and maybe one other area. His count was, like, the AP had his count at 267 electoral votes. So I was like, oh, well, so then the reason you're not calling Alaska is because that puts him at 270, and then that's it. It's over. It's all done. So I kind of I was like, okay, I know why they're not calling that right now. But it's over now. They've called Michigan, that one's done. They've called Wisconsin, that one's done. It's over now. It's all just a question of how many of these swing states he won. But them not calling Alaska at this point is just funny. One thing that's interesting is, because y'all know, if y'all follow the way Maine does their elections, Nebraska does this as well. They have districts, and it looks like Trump is picking up one of those districts. I don't recall how many electoral votes it's worth. It's probably not many. It's like, I don't know, one or two. Like, I know Kamala picked up a district of Nebraska, and then the other two went to Trump by a lot. But, yeah, it looks like Trump picked up part of Maine. Atlanta and Philly were holding out for those dumps, I think, but yeah, I agree. The other, if you want to look up one of the more interesting results, I think, as far as the ones he lost, Minnesota's one that I find very fascinating. Because, I mean, Minnesota, as we know, is like the biggest liberal holdout state in the country, probably. Even more than California. I mean, when Reagan won that landslide, what was the state that held out? It was Minnesota. She won Minnesota by a very narrow margin. So, if he follows through with a lot of the stuff he's promised and things get significantly better, that is a state to keep an eye on in 2028. Yeah, it gained 7% then. Minnesota, Twin Cities report less than exactly how many. I mean, I tend to think she probably did win Minnesota legitimately, because Minnesota is just a super liberal state. But it is still very interesting that she won by such a small margin. But the other ones that I thought were just funny was, first she had Florida, which, you know, and I was on this one a lot last night.
That's more like it.
Florida, they acted like was in play for her. And granted, we all knew that was garbage, but the reasoning is if you look at the final results of 2020's election, Trump beat Biden in 2020 by about 3.3%. He beat Kamala by 10% more than that. So, I mean, we all have known for a few years now that Florida's been going more and more red. But she absolutely got blasted in Florida. I mean, that is a huge swing there. And the other one, of course, is Iowa, because the day before the election, they were saying she leads Iowa by 3%. I think that one she lost by something like 13%. Or maybe more than that even. She got wrecked in Iowa. Wasn't even close. Like, Iowa was done quickly. Arizona, Nevada looking good for him. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. I mean, yeah, exactly, Bush. Even Miami-Dade went for Trump. A big city... How many big city counties ever go red? I think the other one I saw was, I think he won Green Bay. Which, granted, I mean, Green Bay's really only famous because of the Packers. I don't know how big a city that is. It's obviously not their biggest city. It's not as big as, like, you know, Milwaukee or anything. But still, I mean, that's pretty... It's interesting. But freaking Miami-Dade swung for him. That's wild. But it's a small county. Yeah. It's probably a relatively big city. I mean, I know, like, I'm pretty sure the county that Orlando's in swung for her. Tampa, probably the same, although that one I'm curious about because I've never looked at it really, and I know Tampa has a lot of older people, but I have no idea. White women, Latinos, and blacks are to blame, according to Morning Joe. Well, you saw my joke that I made regarding them calling... Yeah, they're calling Latino men, especially, they're saying they're racist now. And I'm like... It kind of just shows these leftist people, they only seem to like minority groups when they can control how they vote. You know? And I'm not saying all liberals are like that, but the leftists, that's kind of what they be like. That's kind of what they be like. Which, I mean, we've kind of known that for a while, but it's when they lose, that mask just comes right off, doesn't it?
We're coming up on the jailhouse.
It's, I mean, particularly like the liberal elites. It's particularly with them.
I'm afraid I ain't.
You're no fun at all. You wouldn't let a female murderer go who killed a man right in front of you with a knife. You're right. I won't, lady. Lady! By the way, I hope you all liked... I know Cannoli and Whitey did, but yeah, I hope you all liked my thumbnail. I thought that was a little funny. She does, at least her... Look at that. Look where Arthur's got his hand. He's got his hand on her Red Dead Redump truck.
I protest my innocence. I protest my innocence.
She might be a little shaken up. She lost another feller out by the falls.
Poor dear.
Men just got a habit of dying around you, don't they, Mrs. Swan?
Yeah, lost. It'll go down in time harder than Kamala. When you say go down, Whitey, do you mean... You know what? You don't have to answer that.
I hope you'll be comfortable.
We'll headcanon that one.
She'll be fine.
Headcanon.
Now come get your money off the desk here.
I mean, you could have just, you know, handed it to me. But, you know, whatever. It's not even on the desk yet, dude. The heck? Knee pad disc head.
This town's so starved
Cannon?
of women. I'm sure she could find herself a husband yet.
That's cowboys for you.
We got folks coming in from all over writing their letters. Some about these killers they like. I wonder if women back then wrote letters to killers the way they do now. Get all enamored with them.
Good to see you again, partner.
It's a wee bit weird. What are you aiming for today? That should be on a sign outside of a gunsmith. What are you aiming for today? They are insane. They're crazy. Alright. I think, whoops, wrong button. Oh, wrong tab. Whatever. Let's see. Let's look around. Let's see what our missions are. Just shooting the breeze. There's a bounty on that breeze. The Spines of America. No, that one. Actually, I want to do a wee bit later. The one I want to do is Good Honest Snake Oil. That's the one I'd like to go ahead and get through. That's Hosea. I don't think it's Kieran's mission. Yeah, paying a social call. Which, that'll be the next one. The first shall be last. No. Is Nigel... No, Nigel West is not in this game. Where is Good Honest Snake Oil? What the heck? Let me see something real quick. That one's supposed to be next. No, I take that back. No, I did do... No, Good Honest Snake Oil, I did that one. What am I talking about? That was my first bounty. I didn't realize that counted as one of the story missions, because I've got a list of the story missions. Then the order in which I plan on doing them. So, actually, yes, Kieran, you're next. So we will head on back to camp. Which, I'm not sure, but is this the one where we go and do one of the, where we do the home robbery? Isn't that crazy? They don't let government control it. I mean, I mean, it's not crazy based on what we know about them now. I'm just saying, in general, it is crazy that a big city actually went red, because that is just so rare. I mean, that is really, really rare. I agree, Carrie Lake's not a great candidate, but let's see. Actually, let me check that, because she was actually closing the distance on her opponent last night. Let's see. Arizona election results. She was closing the gap pretty significantly last night, to where it looked like actually it was in play for her. Yeah, it's pretty much the same. It's about the same now as it was late last night, but yeah, she's down 2.7%. She was down, put it this way, and this is part of the reason I stayed up so late last night, is aside from the fact that I was just I had a lot more energy than I guess some people did. My meme-tisms were kind of going off. I was kind of having a good time on like Twitter and whatnot. It was fun. But also I was wanting to pay attention to the way their percentages moved and whatnot. And Arizona hasn't gone back to counting for a little while. And there was a stretch for about an hour or so where she closed the gap by about 40,000 votes. She was down like 100,000. Right now she's down about 60. So, and based on what they have left to count, she actually has a decent shot of winning. Which, I mean, I agree she's not a great candidate. I mean, she's a woman. But obviously she beats the alternative. I mean, shoot, that guy they've got running as her opponent is one of the worst politicians in the country. So that'll be one worth keeping an eye on. But yeah, Arizona has not gone back to counting for, I want to say they stopped counting around 3 or 4 a.m. Eastern last night, so about midnight your time, I guess. So they haven't counted for a a little while.
You know, I think we're gonna be okay. Sure, but what next?
I got 3 hours of sleep. Let's see, I fell asleep. I got maybe 5, I want to say.
We do what we do. We make more money, and before they even realize.
Like, I went to bed close. It was almost 8 a.m. when I went to sleep, and then I woke up probably about a quarter after 1. So, except about 5 hours. Which, granted, I didn't sleep a ton the day before either, because I was just having a hard time sleeping, but I'll probably be catching up on sleep between today and tomorrow, like, a lot. I might sleep more than 8 hours between now and tomorrow, because I'll probably need it. I will probably need it. I mean, I'll say this, I am a bit tired right now. Like, not like really sleepy or anything, but yeah. I went to bed after 5 and woke up at 9. I don't ever pass right out. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I went to bed around 8, woke up at 1. I'm going to bed at 8 a.m. You're going to bed at 8 a.m. tonight? Oh my gosh. I know you mean p.m., but see, you wrote a.m. So that shows you probably are tired. Just chew some cocaine gum. Gosh, I need to find some of that. Post-meridian. Gotta eat that stew, y'all. Actually, stew kind of sounds good right now. Gobble wobble. But yeah, last night was exciting. So, alright. Here's what I would ask. Before the election, how confident were you? Or were you not confident at all? Personally, I was thinking about this before I went to sleep, as far as what I thought was going to happen. That is as 50-50 as I have ever been before an election. I honestly had no real good feel as to how that would go.
I told you, mister. I told all of you. I don't know nothing. Okay? They ain't no friends of mine. I just been ridden with them for a while.
Horseshit. You see, we heard that part, so how about you tell the truth? That's what you want me to do.
Hurt him, so the next time he opens his mouth, it is to tell us what is going on. Who am I kidding? One of O'Driscoll's boys couldn't open his mouth, but he'd tell a lie. Screw it.
Never felt like Kamala had any real momentum. It was fake. I don't disagree there. My worry regarding Kamala had little to do with her actual momentum. It was just all the screwery. I kind of was curious if it would happen. But it did seem like like at the very least, like there was a really good chance that he was in reality too far ahead for the weird stuff to actually have an effect. Or, well, not have an effect. I mean, it did have an effect. Some races were far closer than they should have been. But that's why I hope, just because you won Michigan, just because you won Wisconsin, you won the swing states, doesn't mean you don't need to investigate interference and cheating. You need to keep investigating that stuff. There needs to be a reckoning and there needs to be reform. Because if there's one thing that not just this country, but really every country tends to be really bad at, is we kind of wait until problems become big problems before we actually address them instead of preparing for them. We've gotten especially bad about that recent years.
Up into the hills behind Valentine. Well, I'll show you.
John, you take this little rattlesnake with you. Any nonsense.
I had a 65% belief he'd win. That seems kind of low, but I really didn't feel Joe would beat him last time at all. I mean, at all, I didn't either. But I just had a lot of hope due to the team and endorsement, yeah. Bush says, I was confident. But I was also confident in 2020. I didn't know they'd pull shenanigans. I knew it was coming this time, and it would be stopped. Yeah, like, I had little doubt that because some of the same screwery couldn't happen this time. because, you know, we didn't have all the lockdowns and all the some of that stuff going on. There were some things in place that were stopping some of it this time around, and I didn't believe that Kamala had any. She didn't have the backing that Joe had last time. Like, I think if we had the real numbers for the Biden-Trump election, I do obviously think Trump wins. But I think Joe's vote total probably still would have been very competitive. I think he would have definitely had way more votes than Kamala, because he was established, and, you know, he kind of, the normal way that elections proceed were going on at the time, whereas Kamala just, you know, they slotted her in there with, what, 2-3 months left before the election. I mean, I've believed this the whole time. They handpicked her because, how you doing? Welcome back, Isawi. I do think they picked her as a sacrificial lamb. I think they still hoped they could pull it off and win, but she was picked because she was a sacrificial lamb. We are officially unburdened by what has been. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's so funny that they're still trying to gaslight like she ran a good campaign. That's the worst campaign I've ever seen. That is the worst campaign I've ever seen. By far. I can't think of a single interview that she looked good. Like, the only thing that I think she did that was smart was very recent. And that was that it was like it was just a couple of days ago, I think. She was in D.C. Holding a rally. And a lot of people were looking sideways at that. And then Razorfist pointed this out last night. He was like, I don't get what she's doing. And then last night he was like, I kind of see what she did now. Because Richmond, Virginia is basically just Washington, D.C. as far as its voting. So she was campaigning in D.C. to basically galvanize the Richmond vote to ensure that she won Virginia, which it appears to have worked. So that's probably the only thing I can point to specifically with, like, okay, that was pretty smart. But the entire campaign was, women's rights, The Handmaid's Tale. It's like, guys, y'all gotta watch a different show. Y'all gotta watch a different show already. My gosh. But that's really all they had. So, I think that's that was probably as close to 50-50 as I've ever been. I had some concerns about some of the people saying they weren't going to vote at all, but I didn't think that was all that widespread. I mean, and shoot, if you look at Trump's vote totals, they're about what they were in 2020 as far as the amount he received in the popular vote. It's almost exactly the same. It's a little bit short at the moment, but there's still a good amount left to count. But yeah, it's he had much the same support as last time. Now, granted, he probably had support from other areas this time. I think, love RFK Jr. or not, and there are things I like about RFK Jr., but I would have never wanted him as president. But I think adding him to his campaign was smart. A lot of RFK's fans, I think, moved towards Trump. I think that's pretty clear. But, he might have lost a little bit of support from some guys, but I never bought the whole, all these Republicans now are going to vote for Kamala, and I'm like, I don't buy it. I really don't buy it. No, I am not married. What moment did you think could have called it? As far as last night? Well, hang on, let me look at their whole... For me, the moment I knew clinched it was when I saw she left 3 hours early, and her Discord server booted everyone. I told my wife, that's it. Yeah. That was definitely a big telling moment. I think for me, when he won Pennsylvania, I was like, he's going to win. And, well, it was on top of the fact that I was like, he won Pennsylvania, and Michigan, Wisconsin, all of that was in his favor. I was like, okay, and let's. I mean, it was basically we had gotten to a point where she needed to win everything else, and I was like, there's no way she's winning everything. There's no way. But yeah, once he won Pennsylvania, I was about 95%. He's gonna win. I mean, granted, I still think some weird stuff went on late last night into the morning hours. The way Michigan closed up was very strange. Wisconsin too, but he still won them. But I'm like, y'all still need to investigate those states, big time.
This is it. The cabin's just the other side of this hill.
Okay.
Yeah, it was. It was. But
You gonna get them knives?
I said easy.
yeah, it was. Watching it go the way it did was
Follow me.
pretty fun.
We might have shared a horse, but we ain't friends. Remember,
Let me get my knife.
I'm watching you every moment.
I ain't gonna shop you now. Come on. It'd be suicide.
He's right, you know.
But you lose your balls.
Can you change Red Dead Redemption 2's difficulty? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it's just a straight up difficulty. Red Dead's not especially hard, to be honest. I mean, you'll die here and there, but it's just you got to make sure you, like, if you're in a situation where there's a lot of people that could kill you, you got to think about how you approach it.
There'll be a bunch of fellers.
I agree, Whitey. I agree.
Armed, drunk, wary of strangers. Yep.
There's a lot that still has to be fixed
Hold up in this cabin.
with our system.
Who's blind, likely as not.
I mean, he kind of needs to make good on being, like, he needs to be some of the things they're afraid of him being. All this stuff about, oh, they're afraid he's going to lock a lot of them up, and I'm like, I hope that they're right to be afraid, because some of them need to be locked up. We need to stop pretending that we're going to do this stuff and actually do it. Epstein client list, they need to actually release that thing. We need to Hawk Tua release that thing.
What are we doing about the pisser, Morgan? One by the tree.
I'm gonna deal with this first fella.
Okay. Go to work.
We're gonna knife the pisser. It's a lot easier than if he had been taking a dump.
You crazy? Next two. What's the plan?
We're waiting.
I do like the stealth elements. Hang on.
Make a call, won't you?
Yeah.
Let's get close to these two. Make no mistakes here.
That's what the knife's for.
When we're there,
Oh, crap.
move at the same time.
What the devil? It's Grizzly here. Yes, they know we're here. Let's get him. It's on. We move.
Okay. Wow, I don't. What startled him all of a sudden? That's weird.
Come on, then. Come on.
Oh, good shot.
This is quite a hideout.
Talking cover. Oh, you got him in the nose. Comes a good long looting session. We get to hear, "Hurry up, Arthur." 5 minutes. Yeah. So far, you've a mod no. Oh yeah. Isawi is getting a gaming PC in a couple of months. Yeah, he's never actually been able to play this. See, Isawi, I remember a lot of the conversation from yesterday. Oh, shoot. See, one thing we love about Whitey, Isawi, is that while he's American, English, he's not great with English either.
That's it. Return
Of
attack.
course, he'd probably be the first to tell you that.
Comb's still here. Hey. He said Comb. I'll check. You look out.
Sure, yeah. That's why I like talking to the people in my chat. You know, there's a little bit of getting to know. Granted, you know, I don't talk about, oh, cocaine gum. Now I can stay awake. We did it. We got the cocaine gum. All right, fellas, we can leave. Got what we came for. Corn! Whitey cannoli, I got the corn. We have saved the Interstellar. I think I'm going to have to start putting part of my description in Japanese on YouTube. Do you have a good size Whoa, that's, you know what? What is cocaine gum? Well, it's kind of exactly what it sounds like. It's gum with cocaine. You sometimes will hear people saying, you know, Coca-Cola used to have cocaine in it. And a lot of people are like, you're just joking around. No, it's not a joke. Cocaine, people didn't know back in the day that cocaine was actually pretty dangerous, so it was used. It was used basically just as a pretty normal stimulant. It took a little while. What's cocaine do? It's cocaine. Cocaine is a pretty. Do you really not know much? Does Tunisia not have to deal much with cocaine? That's interesting. So cocaine is a very potent drug. It's very dangerous. It is what we call an upper. It stimulates you big time. It gets you like really just jacked up, but it gets your heart rate going big time. It can kill you quite easily. I know it's very dangerous. It's also illegal, but it wasn't illegal back then. It's quite a dangerous one. Oh yeah, this is where the guy comes out. What does it do in the game? Probably just like ups your dead eye or something like that.
You alright?
Oh, thank you.
Oh, this is where I get my shotgun.
He ain't here. You set us up. Come here.
Yeah.
What?
You set us up.
No, I didn't.
You did. Colm O'Driscoll ain't here.
He was here, I swear.
That's true.
If I was setting you up, I wouldn't have saved your life.
It's a good point, Arthur.
All right, then, go on. Get out of here. Hey? I won't kill you.
I didn't set you
Get
up.
lost.
Shit, lost.
I'm letting you run away. Now go on. Get out.
How I have a shotgun. Ho, ho, ho.
Out there. Without you, Colm O'Driscoll's gonna lose his mind about this.
So?
So I'm one of you now.
Oh yeah, there's money too.
Give me a break.
This is a good score. Honestly, the
But I'm warning you.
Oh, hey, I know.
pretty much all the missions like this, where you like break into homes and
Yeah, it's usually some trash in the chimney.
places like this are really good. Place that I don't know what's its name in English.
Hey, Bill. You tell Dutch old Karen ain't worth killing. Just yet.
Right you are.
Alright. Actually, last night when I was gathering up money and stuff to pay off my... Oh yeah, the chimney. You're referring to the chimney, like Whitey said, yeah. I was trying to make sure I had enough money to pay off my bounty, and I just kind of rode up on this rode up on this house, and this guy like was pointing a gun at me. He's like, get off my property. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm not trying to do nothing, no big deal. And he kept following me with his gun. I was like, you know what, screw this guy. I just went ahead and killed him. And I was like, well, guess I might as well go into his house, see what he has. And that dude had a lot of nice stuff. I was like, well, okay, well. It's like, I guess thanks for going after me. I don't want to actually get rid of my carbine repeater. People think Gore's talking about any game. Yeah. Shh. Shh. Don't talk about that. Actually, let me, That's true. Or is it? Get my horse up here. I'm gonna stow my, my carbine repeater. Wumbo, to me. I attempted to name him something else, but Rockstar wouldn't let me. They said it was profane. I was like, is it? I didn't realize that. I mean, I knew the word sometimes was considered a wee funny, but apparently they don't like the word mulatto. But yeah, he's got a bit of that. So this is the first time I had a problem because I didn't have carrying space for all the weapons. I didn't know how to store more on the horse at the time. Early learned it. Yeah, I had the same issue the first time I played. I was like, do I really have to get rid of my carbine repeater? That's weird. Then I found out, like, right after, it's like, no, you don't have to get rid of it. Alright, now we got a shotgun. Let's clean this fool up. Nice. I'll keep this. I was like, I don't know what to do with the shotgun, but I don't really care for it compared to the repeater. Work keeps from getting in the way of me enjoying the Red Dead content. Repeater's my favorite. Work really has been over the barrel. My father has a shotgun like that one. Oh, nice. Search the chimney. Santa.
At least you got something tucked away.
$600? Do I have to tell anyone at the camp? Can I just keep it? Oh, wow. The gang already got $300 share and I only get $100. Where's the other $200 go? Oh, I knew. I knew Asawi. I've done this mission before. I've searched it. But you remembered. So that's good. That'll be good for when you play. Alright, let's search these X'd off individuals. So I'll have some loot on them. What a jit. Is this your third playthrough? Yes. This will be the most extensive one I've done. Most of the time I haven't really done a ton on the side mission front. I've just kind of played the story mission and whatnot. But Philly DA says regarding potential writing, if around and find out, yeah. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We got some peeps coming. Hang on. First off, crime reported. What you mean crime? I didn't do nothing. Right away. So let's get out of the area. Red Dead Redemption 1 now is a PC version. Yes, indeed. They just released that at the end of October. Which, granted, I'm going to wait on getting that. But for one thing, I have it on PS5 here. I mean, granted, it's the PS4 title, but whatever. Same difference. I can play it on PS5. But I will eventually get it on my PC. But I'm going to wait till it's cheaper and there's more mods.
Let's see what's going on here.
But yeah, Red Dead finally coming to PC after almost 15 years. Crazy, crazy. Alright, so I did that one, done that one. A Quiet Time was actually the next one. It does not deserve $49. Yeah, that's too expensive. I mean, granted, you get that game along with the Undead Nightmare, which is a fantastic DLC, by the way. And I'm not saying the game is not valuable. It's highly valuable, and it's such a phenomenal game. I mean, Red Dead 1 is still one of my top 5 games all time. I love it. But $49 for a game that came out 15 years ago is kind of insane. It should have been $20. It's like, sell the game for $20. That is a fair price for that big a game with the DLC, all that. $50 is ridiculous. $20 is fair. It's basic. It's not even a remaster. It's a port. Now, I hope the modding community just makes it gorgeous. My phone got broken. Oh man, that sucks.
Hello there.
That sucks, dude. I mean, the screen on my phone's broken too, but I mean, it works. There's some cracks here and there, but it's an iPhone. Cracks practically come with the iPhone. Portland police, all hands on deck. Yeah. Hey, Portland, newsflash: you own your entire state, and Kamala won there, so you don't have anything really to. Uh-oh. DC, is that nothing? Well, I appreciate that.
I want to talk to you. Hey, Wallace. This here's the kind soul I was telling you about. The one that gave you the medicine when the snake got you.
This is why you helped this guy, by the way.
I know I can never repay you, but how about you head over to the gunsmith and pick out your choice of item on my tab?
Oh, well, thanks.
Yeah, seemed like the least I could do.
Seems like the least I could do for having you suck out the poison after I just got bit by a dog.
Better outside told me I could grab something on his tab.
Oh, no problem. I appreciate it, Vex. Glad to have you here. Sucks that you gotta work, obviously. Hot Naked Morgan Wednesday. But yeah, that guy, you saved the guy who got bit by the snake, he will buy you a gun. Which, I mean, what an awesome based buddy. So what can I... Dang it. I wish the Mauser was available at this part of the game. I love the Mauser. Yeah, that's the other thing. Maybe with Trump being elected, we can expedite Vex coming to America. Yeah, I'm getting the volcano. Yeah. Alright, let's look at our components. I don't need to really mess with the grip. The barrel. I do like the longer barrel. We are going longer barrel. Rifling, which improves the range. Not all that significant. Oh, by pump action. I'll look at that, how much that costs, but improved sights. Accuracy is already really good on this. Let's see, metals. I mean, blue is freaking dope. I love the blue steel. The frame. Let's see. London breed is out. You'll have to fill me on what London breed is. I don't know that one off the top of my head. All right. Engravings, no. Carving. If I could put a pumpkin on here, I'd do it. Little varnish. What does the Gourd King mean? I'll give you the simple version. I have always found it okay, so there's a lot of like movies and whatnot where you'll see people refer to someone or even themselves as God King, which I don't. I've always found that silly and annoying. So in part, my name came from me just joking around about not liking the phrase God King and just calling myself Gourd King. But there's a bit more to the story than that. But it's there's a little more to. It would take a little bit. I guess the other aspect to it was when I was thinking about doing like reviews and whatnot. I had an idea about having like this kind of made up co-host that I would voice, and it was a pumpkin. Because pumpkins, obviously, you can change their face and whatnot, Halloween and all that stuff. And I would name him like Gord, like Gordon. But it's I eventually ended up using it. Yeah, I can't buy the pump action shotgun yet. I didn't think it was available at this point in the game, but yeah, I'm not able to buy it yet. It is locked. But I will get it eventually because I agree it's an awesome gun. What is your religion? I am a Reformed Protestant. All right. He rules. Worst mayor in San Francisco history. She was DEI. What? Oh, so the San Francisco's a Reformed Protestant. I only say Reform because it's a lot of people don't know what it is. Yeah, Reform pumpkin. It's kind of an old-fashioned form of Protestantism. A lot of the teachings that we go into are like from John Calvin and some from Martin Luther. I would say Martin Luther a little bit more refining to his stuff, but it's a very old-fashioned form of Protestantism. Oh, I need to feed old horsey here. Oh wait, I'm on my own stuff. Get them classic oat cakes. Generally speaking, I think the easiest way for me to tell people what I believe in is I'm just a Bible-believing Christian. That's the easiest way to define it, I guess. Alright, let's go back to camp. So, wow, so San Francisco's mayor is out? So who'd they elect in her place? Like, I know, yes, it's Howie. So I saw that LA's DA was voted out, who was extremely left-leaning. So, are you saying that San Francisco's mayor is been replaced by like a conservative? Guess what is my religion? I mean, going by the name, I would assume Muslim. Which you might be doing that as the joke. Alright, let's head into here. Alright, let's get over here. Hitch up a horse. Looks like we got a mission with Dutch. Tell me something about your religion. I mean, it's... if I want to do it justice, I would probably need to be a little bit more wide awake. But I would say that if you want a really good bead on the stuff that we believe, there are pastors that you can look up their sermons online, such as John MacArthur, teachers like Justin Peters. I would say Stephen Lawson, but he just got removed from the pulpit because he had a bit of a scandal. So I still thought his teachings were good at the time, which, I mean, they were good teachings. A man who messes up can still have been a good teacher, but he's no longer a teacher, so I won't say look him up. J.C. Ryle was another one. Let me think. Sorry, my head's a little fuzzy at the moment. I'm just tired. But, you know, we believe in, like, do you know Andrew Tate? Yeah, I'm aware of Andrew Tate. I can't say I'm much of a fan of him. I don't follow him all that closely, so I can't pretend that I know a ton about him. But, you know, I mean, I'm not saying he doesn't say anything that I don't agree with. I do agree with him sometimes. It's just by and large, I don't pay attention. I always liked Charles Stanley. I liked Charles Stanley until he stayed on the pulpit and after getting divorced. I had a huge problem with that. And some of the later stuff he has said, I really don't agree with, but his son Andy Stanley is insane. His son Andy Stanley is just not a Christian. He purports to be, but Andy Stanley is awful.
Miss O'Shea.
Oh, you have 0 likes.
Feels like we are finally getting back.
I actually have 10, but a lot of the YouTube like stuff can be a little glitchy at times. But I know on my end it says I have 10.
Soon? I don't know.
Feels like
Oh, RC Sproul. That was the other one I was thinking.
the whole world's
Yeah, you didn't know that, Whitey. Yeah, Andy Stanley, dude. Some of the stuff he teaches would shock you.
We are smarter than
I mean, he is
only the feeblest of them
full-blown crazy at this point.
I hope so.
Trust Dutch, Mr. Morgan. You have to.
They got Micah. Dutch. Arthur.
What's going on?
They got Micah. He's been arrested for murder. He was in Strawberry.
It's okay, son. Breathe.
They become 11? I don't know.
They
Yep.
got Micah and
They
the
did.
sheriffs in Strawberry. And there's talk of hanging him.
Yeah, no problem, Whitey.
Arthur, what? The fool brought this on himself. You know my feelings about him,
You
Dutch.
think I can't see past his money to the heart inside? He is a fine man.
Yeah,
I ain't
Micah's...
saving that fool.
I can't go. My face will be all over West Elizabeth. I am
Funny
out.
thing is, you know, Micah's like
For you.
one of the most hated video game characters of all time, and he happens to share a name with one of my brothers.
Yeah, of course I'm okay.
You don't seem okay.
You take that kid into town. Valentine, not Strawberry.
Lenny!
Get him drunk. And Arthur, no crazy business.
I've given that up.
And you get Micah out of that jail.
I do love that the first part of this mission, they're like, Micah's in jail. Well, here's the deal.
Get to it,
You're going to take him to town and get him drunk.
Everything.
It's like, what? You get to use those lines against your bro. Exactly. My brother is really into, like, the From Software stuff. Micah's horse is so cool. Yeah, Micah does have a cool horse. So does Dutch. Dutch's horse is named The Count. Leonard! What's up, Waylon? How you doing?
I'm beat. We finally get off that mountain, then this. Micah's got a crazy side off it.
What were you boys doing? You're supposed to be scouting ahead for us.
I kept asking him what we was doing, but he was...
I know in this coming up cutscene with Lenny, there is a very brief shot of nudity. I don't think it's going to be an issue. I mean, I'll probably have to cut it out for the re-upload, but it's so brief that I don't think it's going to hurt me here. Plus, YouTube with video game stuff is a little more lenient, but...
I know how that goes.
Why is... Oh, well, he's a mod. He's a mod for the channel. Whitey and I've known each other for, I guess, what, a year or two now? I guess since June of last year. So about a year and a half or so. And we stream together on another channel and stuff. So yeah, he's the mod here. If you see a blue wrench, mod means that if occasionally, like, in your chats, you can get, like, bots and stuff, like, or just people acting like fools. And having moderators for your channel means that if someone's causing problems in your chat, also true, Whitey. But if people are acting up in your chat, you can tell your mods, hey, get rid of that guy. You know, get him out of the chat or put him in timeout, whatever. And they have the power to do that. It's like, basically, it's people who help you out in your chat. keep things, you know, keep rules being followed. You know, like say somebody comes in here and starts like saying a bunch of horrible stuff and starts calling people names. How do I become a mod also? Well, I mean, if you stick around enough and you prove yourself trustworthy, which, you know, so far so good, I would make you a mod. Which generally I like to, you know a person for a little while first, but, you know, yeah, if within a few weeks that's something you're still interested in becoming, I will make you one. Let's lean on the bar. I am the one who knocks. Yeah.
Right off? Of course, just a drink.
Yeah, just one or two. Or 10. Because we're really thirsty.
You'll get none from me.
How much hours shall I come on? I mean, I wouldn't like put a specific amount of hours on it or anything like that. It's just kind of a general sense of getting to know someone and trusting that, you know, they're chill and whatnot.
That was the problem.
I mean, it's no huge responsibility or anything, but I don't typically get a lot of craziness in my chat. I don't think I've ever even had to block anybody. It's more, at this point, with my live streams, I guess it would be more, it's like, hey, I want to make sure this person isn't just going to randomly block people just for fun or just for silly reasons. I'm more or less kind of lenient on people.
Listen, buddy, you're a charming fellow. One of the best. But me and the kid,
Like I said, just after a little while being around and hanging out in the chat, if you're still interested in doing it, just let me know and I will pop a wrench on you.
just trying to be friendly.
I wish they had more bar related stuff this game as far as interaction options. Then again, if it were up to me, this game would be with more options. Yeah. Can a mod do something else except blocking people? I mean, it's not a ton. I mean, more moderator, it's kind of in the name. You know, you're moderating certain certain kind of, yeah, you can put people in timeout, you can block them. Generally speaking, I don't block a lot of, like I said, I don't know if I've blocked anybody. And I've had some people come in here trolling every once in a while, but even some of them I don't full on block. I mean, you'd have to be pretty bad. So there's not, I would say at this point, there's not a ton to it. Mod or mod, either or. The full term is moderator. So for short, people call them modders or mods. Yeah. Where are the saloon lizards at? Exactly. Where are the saloon lizards? Where are the lizards?
Lenny, where are you?
Hey, it's Lenny.
What are you doing, kid? Hello, Arthur.
Hello, Arthur.
You know what? I don't know.
He had a glass on his head. We are all Lenny. Yeah.
Why ain't you never married?
I love how sad he was when he said, "No one would have me." My uncle has an Arabian horse. Oh, nice. Lenny! I'm coming, Lenny. I'm gonna save you. Lenny! Don't you call him boy, that's racist. Yeah, I am kind of partial to Sadie myself.
What did you say? What? I said, what did you say? Buddy, shut up, mister. Yeah, shut your mouth, mister.
Oh. I'm just paying. I'm in Arabian country. Arabian horses are sheep cost around 2,500. Wow. Yeah, I know Arabian horses tend to be prized around here. I happen to live in a state where horses are kind of a big deal. Bent over. Lenny. I don't know. I mean, would? I know Modest Pelican had a video where he was doing this part, and they had Lenny in one of the dresses, and he goes, would. And then he changed back, and he was like, never mind. I was like, that's funny.
How many of you have, pal?
How many Lennys? Oh. Lenny's starting to look like Christopher Walken's girlfriend in that Bond movie. What's her face?
There you are, Lenny.
Lenny, go away, you drunk.
She kind of looks like Taylor Swift. But yeah, I live in a state where horses are pretty prized commodities, and I know Arabian horses are highly regarded.
We're looking all over for you, Lenny. I'm Clyde. You got
Look, Lenny is backwards. You know. Lemmy. Let's tear him.
Found you, Lenny.
You mean Jenny? She left with a John an hour ago.
Arthur, what are you doing?
Jenny? Ow. Slap fight. That's great.
You're a good friend to me, Arthur.
Cheers.
Cheers, Jenny.
Cheers.
Not you again.
He's like, again, who am I? Oh no. I don't think I should try to drown him. Hey, pigs! Oh gosh. It's all that Mountain Dew coming up. I guess you have to actually go into, like, search one of the rooms for that little brief bit of nudity to come up, so, hey, I avoided it. He says I'm an American while he hops a fence. Ironic. Exactly, Jacob. Somebody ate some mushrooms. Or drank them in this case. He had one of those, he had some of that truffle bourbon. Lenny. Arthur Moron.
You moron.
Oh my gosh. When you get to your horse, do a horse trick. Yeah. It's a rainy day. I think my next horse I'm gonna just name Lenny.
Damn that horse.
Whee! See, it's funnier when you make him seem more drunk. My gosh, how far out did you go? What would be hilarious is if this turned out to be the town, like this turned out to be Valentine's. Like, oh my gosh, we got so drunk we burned the whole town down. What did we do? This is actually where Arthur should have woken up. He's like, what happened? What did me and Lenny do to this place? It's like, Arthur, this isn't where you were.
For Christ's sake.
Where did he end up? Oh my gosh. He ran away from the law drunk and he somehow made it like really far out. Hey, look, rats. Where on the map am I anyway? Limpany. My goodness. Holy crap. Valentine is way over here. Oh my gosh. That's funny. My horse is back in Valentine. Yeah, and I'm all the way out past Horseshoe Overlook. Holy moly. Holy moly. Like, Arthur, you did some serious cardio while you were drunk. How did you even stay drunk that long with all that running? Alright, no problem, Waylon. Appreciate you stopping by. Have a good one. Yeah, when I was... Yeah, you said it was a rainy day sad mode. I had...
It's Arthur. Ain't even gonna ask where you've been.
Good, because I couldn't tell you anyway. But, I took some nice little still shots of some rainy days and a couple of night shots that were just chef's kiss. Oh, I can't get up the hill. I shouldn't have left the hill in the first place. I gotta figure out a way to get up there again. Let's eat some peaches. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Alright.
Didn't you leave?
No, not too often.
You think there's folks up there looking down on us right now, saying, I wonder what goes on that earth?
I never thought about it.
Silly woman.
Like to go there?
I want to go to the moon.
Sprouting wings and flying?
Oh, Tilly, you're just so sensible.
It's like, all silly ladies. I want to go to the moon one day.
Yeah, they're good boys.
Most time. It's the most thing I'm scared of.
Don't be. It'll be fine. One of us now.
Karen and Kieran.
Well, that was quick.
What was quick? What'd I do?
Hey there.
Morning.
Hello, Miss O'Shea. Watch the wind doesn't change.
Oh, shut up, Arthur.
Money or knowledge? Are you asking me, like, which I would prefer to have? Hey, look, Lenny.
So, what happened to you and Valentine?
Hang on.
I don't remember too much. You?
I woke up in the middle of nowhere. Messy.
Depends.
Okay, I'll catch you later then. Okay.
If I take the money, how much of... Do I lose any of my current knowledge, or do I get to keep my current knowledge?
Well, I'm very grateful.
Don't mention it, Reverend.
Or am I basically just gaining more knowledge, or
We've all done
can I just keep what I know now and have the money? Because if that's the case, I'll take the money.
I hear God laughing at me, and I get even angrier. And, well,
I can...
I'm a real
Yeah, because I can...
I know it.
I will take the money, and then I will keep adding to my knowledge that I already have. I mean, shoot, with money, I would actually have time to keep getting to know some more stuff. Is this my... Which horse is this? That's Maggie. You're okay, Maggie. Okay, never mind. What if you lose them? See, losing the knowledge, that's where it's more of an issue. Because exactly how dumb do you get? How ignorant do you become? It's like, how much do you actually lose? Because, how long am I streaming for? Probably till about 6 p.m. Eastern, so about another hour, 40 minutes. Alright, we're going to ride this horse. See, by losing knowledge, you can also lose values. And I consider my values of the utmost importance. So if gaining money means I lose my knowledge and therefore lose value, then I'm a little bit more wary of it. That would take some, yeah, I mean, even just learning what I learned in school, and granted, I mean, what I learned in school, plenty of what I learned in school wasn't extremely valuable, though some of it obviously was. So it would take a bit of pondering to really make that decision, because you have to start thinking about, okay, if I don't know this, that, and the other, how might I be affected? So that would be the kind of thing you would want to consider a lot beforehand. I mean, granted, obviously you can, if you have money, you can then say, okay, well, I want to take on learning and regaining what I might have lost or whatever. Hey, look. I will take money every time. And that may not be an unsensible thing. I mean, I don't know what your school system is like now. I mean, we obviously went to school at different times. And in different countries, of course. So it may be a more sensible choice. Like, it's definitely not a decision where there's only one right choice. That's for sure. Got him. In my case, it would be something I'd have to think about. But I would say if I get to keep the knowledge I have, do you know where is Tunisia? Off the top of my head, right where, like exactly where it is on a map, not off the top of my head. I don't think I would have trouble finding it necessarily, but trying to think if I remember correctly where it's located as far as like what countries it's near. Let me think. I want to say like it's near Libya, and I'm trying to think of the other country that's near Tunisia. Algeria, yeah. Near Libya and Algeria? Or am I wrong about Libya? I think I could have sworn Libya was one of the countries nearby. Okay, alright. Is that a general sense? And see, if I had taken the money, I wouldn't know that. Actually, I actually still might know that if I took the money, because I don't think I learned that in school. I think I learned that just looking at a map one day. Like when I learned like the state. Whoa, calm down there. Why? that's a different land altogether. Like when I learned like the state capitals, I technically learned it in school, but not because I was taught by anyone. I got bored one day in our study hall. It is right south of the equator. I got bored in school and I was in our study hall, I don't know if y'all have study hall classes in Tunisia, but you're not taught anything. You're just there to like study, do homework if you want, that kind of thing. And I got bored, and I had a book that had all the states on it and had all the capitals. and I just started kind of memorizing what all the capitals were. I think this is where the serial killer and his kill is.
Easy.
Whew, that's messed up. Kamala is speaking right now. Is she conceding? Look at this, guys. How messed up is that? Yeah, yeah. Me and Whitey like to make a lot of jokes. Look on my works. Yeah, I'm looking, man. Shoot. That is some crazy stuff. This guy was killed for being a fan of the Elder Scrolls. Clearly. You know, she was born in a middle-class family. You know, I'd heard a thing about that. Anything interesting about it? I mean, it would seem... Yeah, I mean, if I had to guess, I would say she's conceding. Am I playing on PC right now? No, I am playing on my PS5. Though I did... It's funny, like, about a week after I started this playthrough on PS5, I bought the game on PC, because it went on sale for like $35. So I now have it on PC. I haven't quite figured out how to stream from my PC. I still am like working out like if I'll do that through OBS, and I still would have to figure out how to use OBS. So once I get that worked out, I have quite a few PC games that I definitely want to stream, and at some point I'll probably stream Red Dead again. I mean, I have nothing against streaming a game more than once. It's sometimes just to have fun with it that way. Especially if like I pick up a bunch of mods and whatnot. But one thing I kind of do want to work out from my PC is I want to be able to stream, or at least I want to be able to obviously stream from my PC while at the same time watching my playthrough on my television, which I know I'm pretty sure I would need like the Steam app. So I need a device that I can put the Steam app on and play it on my TV, because I have a nice TV. What can I say? I have a very nice television. I want to go to the North Place that I don't know what's the name in English, but it's a North Big Land, only ice? Are you talking about Canada?
I can't give you the full price if you lost the papers.
Alright, we're going to put him in there. We get it, you're single and rich. I wish I was rich. I just happened to get this TV at a time. No, not Canada. Good, because above Canada, Greenland? Are you referring to Greenland?
Howdy. Come on, out of the way.
Dude, back. This guy. Let's get our hat. Actually, you know one thing I could do while I'm here. Oh, you want to go to Antarctica? Oh, I was thinking of a place that would qualify for what you were saying, that you could actually live and live comfortably. I wasn't thinking Antarctica, I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of ruling that place out, though. Isn't Antarctica actually technically considered in the South?
You ain't been through in a while.
Isn't that considered south of us?
Ain't no other outfit beats their prices.
I don't know. Yeah, I think Antarctica is technically considered south of us. Yeah, Antarctica is in the southern hemisphere. So yes, technically you can get there if you go north of Canada and you kind of just keep going in that direction. Eventually, you would swing around and make it to Antarctica. That is true, you would. But technically, it's south of us. It might. I want to go there because my biggest wish is to fight a polar bear. I mean, you actually wouldn't have to necessarily go to Antarctica. I don't know. Are polar bears? They probably are, but are polar bears in Antarctica? Yeah, polar bears actually aren't in Antarctica. I think it's technically they don't live there. Penguins do, but polar bears actually live somewhere more like Alaska, which that is a U.S. state, but it's attached to. Which, granted, Antarctica, Alaska, you might have meant Alaska, which that is still the U.S. because it's one of our states, but it's a weird state because it's not actually attached to our mainland. It's attached to Canada. We just bought it. But Alaska has polar bears. Yeah, it's funny. From what I understand about Alaska, it's really, really, it's very cold there at times. It's a place where they tell you that normal everyday life, you have to kind of account for the dangers of like the wildlife and whatnot. They're like, yeah, that's kind of a part. It's like if you decide to like go off on a nature hike, it's not like going on a hike any other place. You have to for real prepare yourself for running into animals like bears, wolves, not even just polar bears. They have I think they have Kodiak bears and whatnot there. Polar bears, I think, would be found probably around the Aleutian Islands. I don't know if they're part of the major mainland of Alaska. I mean, they probably are, but I don't know. I know also that the cold there, it's a very dry cold at times. So, like, when it gets like 20, 30 below, because there's not a ton of moisture in some of those parts, your body can kind of be tricked into thinking that it's not as cold as it is, and you can develop hypothermia, and it can kill you. Jacob is also on. Yeah, I have known Jacob for quite a while. I've known Jacob for about him and Whitey have both known about the same amount of time. Jacob also has Jacob Whitey here, they also have YouTube channels. Ethan Breen, you glad Trump won? I am indeed. I am very glad he won. You know, is he my favorite candidate we've ever had? No, not necessarily, but I think he is a comparably better candidate. We definitely need some new pants. Bloody hell, these are dirty pants. Get your dirty pants. Look at these nice, cool ones. Simple black. I had to turn off chat filter just to see Ethan's message. Oh, wow, really? That's interesting. These pants look dirty. Decent looking boots, but... but yeah, Jacob here on his channel, he tends to talk like, not always, but typically like older movies, sometimes TV shows like The X-Files, that kind of thing. I appear on his channel every once in a while. I was actually there, not this past Tuesday, not yesterday, but the week before. I was on there. We were talking about the movie Sleepy Hollow, and I've been there for other shows as well. But yeah, Jacob's a good one. He's a good man. Can I be a mod one day? Yeah, if you hang around here, prove yourself a chill fellow, trustworthy, not an abuser of power. Yeah. Look at these. These are some serious leather daddy boots. My gosh. Those are the kind of boots you wear if you run a dungeon.
Seem a bit taken with that.
We'll go with something a little... What's it like to be a mod? I mean, it's... I mean, being a mod is not like some huge thing unless you're on like a channel with like 50 or more people in the chat. But generally speaking, if you're a mod, your duties as a mod are, if anyone's in the chat like causing a lot of trouble, or if there are like bots or spammers in there, you know, you can put people misbehaving in timeout, or like bots and spammers, you can block them. You typically, like, you would message me in the chat, say, hey, do you want me to block this person, or do you want me to put this person in timeout? I'd be like, yeah, please do, and then you do it. But that's really about all it is. Herbivore bait. Actually, wait a minute. Buying herbivore bait probably would be smart for some of the hunts.
Howdy.
What is a spammer? Occasionally... A spammer tends to be a sort of bot. It's basically somebody programs something to go into chats and quote-unquote advertise certain things. A spammer could either be that, or it's something that's been programmed to say the kind of words that would get your channel banned. So, it can be a few things, but it's generally speaking, it's a program. Sounds like empowerment to me.
Thanks,
In a sense, yeah. It's a bit of empowerment. But, yeah. Occasionally people, I mean, I haven't gotten a ton. I'll be honest, a lot of the bot issues that made mods really important. I haven't seen those on some of my friends' channels in a while, so that's good. But they'll rear up at some point again. And occasionally you do get some pretty crappy people in chats that you just got to get out of. You just got to get rid of at a certain point. I mean, generally my threshold for such a thing is pretty high. I don't just block people because they disagree with me or anything like that. It's like, you know, we have to reach a certain point where if things get really nasty with this person, because I'm a pretty calm person. I'm pretty calm. I have no problem with conversation and disagreeing with somebody, generally speaking, but sometimes people are just nasty to you, and you're like, all right, well, you don't need to be in here anymore, so nighty-night. Let's get you out of here. Occasionally you do get folk like that. I can't say I personally have dealt with a ton of it, but on some of my friends' channels, I have seen it. Am I nasty? No, of course not. Not even close. You're very chill. Very chill. What in the world? Somebody in this room is getting a little weird. By being nasty, I mean like they're throwing insults at people and calling people names and just being really jerky. But you're nothing like that at this point. You're very cool so far. Yeah, occasionally sometimes you'll get some people. Yeah. You'll get some people occasionally. I had one,
Would you like someone to take over?
not the past stream, but the one person, but the one stream before the last one. I did have a couple of people pop in here that were acting a little jerky. I mean, what does rude mean? Rude, let's see, how can I cross the language barrier here? I mean, like if someone were to, start calling you names and stuff like that, or, just assuming the worst of you. Yeah. Just being mean for the sake of being mean. Generally for no good reason. But, I had one person pop in here a couple of streams ago, and they were sort of... A bully can be one, yeah. It can be a bully, sure. But,
She never bathed me.
Oh, I'm Not
No, no, he's about 17, but he's he's from Tunisia, so English isn't his first language, so obviously he's still learning some of the words we use. So yeah, so, okay, so what Ethan was doing there is like, oh, you must be 4 or 5. He was pretending to be the bully to kind of demonstrate what being rude is like. So yeah, that's what he was doing there.
Doesn't get much better than this, right? It's nice and
She kind of looks like Mary Beth. I need to take Arthur to the barber. We need to get him a haircut. Like, for real. We need to fix up that hair. Get a little scraggly. But, yeah. I had one person a couple of streams ago, and he just popped in here and was... right from the time he got here, just started acting silly and trying to call names and stuff. And granted, I thought it was kind of funny because he thought he was insulting me, and I was just like, I just think you're kind of goofy personally. But it was really weird. I was like, wow, I don't know. I actually think he saw something I said on Twitter and then came to my channel and thought he would troll me or whatever. But what is a foreigner? Somebody who's foreign is somebody who's from another country, from your own. Foreign means that we're American. Like, if we're American, we speak English. You're foreign because you're from somewhere else. So yeah. I mean, can I be a mod? Yeah, just kind of if you hang out long enough and yeah, prove you're cool. Then yeah, if you're still interested in being it, yeah, I have no problem making you a mod. But generally, I like to have a bit of time to get to know someone for a little while. Yeah. Bro, I have a very great idea. All right, let me hear it.
Thank you. Looks okay.
We're going to keep the facial hair, though.
Nice.
Because beards are cool.
For goddamn America. Hey, for goddamn shop.
I'm here till 9 o'clock Canadian time. Oh, nice, nice. Which part of Canada? Are you talking about like the Eastern time zone or a different part? Because we have a Canadian friend that she popped in here a little bit ago, and she lives in Canada also. And she's in this. Her time is the same as mine. So, all right. So, I wonder if there's any. Hang on, let me check. Since I want to fight a polar bear, which is white instead, I will fight your friend White Bear. There you go. Prefer to keep private? Oh, okay. Well, no problem, dude. I understand that. There's a lot about myself personally that I don't give away as well. Like, I give some information away about myself, but some YouTubers and streamers will tell you just about everything about themselves. I keep a good amount of my personal life out of conversations. Like, someone might ask, hey, do you do such and such? And I'd be like, nope. But yeah, you want to keep that private? No problem, dude. Totally understand. It's like, I don't want to fight. Look, guys, it's a squirrel on the map. It's Peanut. They killed Peanut. Okay, so what is our next mission? The quiet time we just did. I think the next one is Blessed Are the Meek. That'd be the next one I want to do. That's the first shall be last, which would be after that. So I'm guessing it's Micah's mission. And that'll open up part of the map. So yeah, we'll go ahead and free Micah. Even though I would prefer to keep him in jail forever because he's awful. He's awful. Well, I found a streamer that doesn't stab me in the back after 10 minutes. Oh, well, that's pretty rough. That's rough. What's a stab? The expression "stab someone in the back" means they betray you. Like maybe they're nice to you one minute, and then behind your back, they're all of a sudden calling you names or saying bad stuff about you, that kind of thing. It's what we in the United States call an idiom. Well, not just in the United States, but the English phrase is idiom. It's a phrase that sounds like one thing but means something else. One could also call it a metaphor. It is. It is. Ah, this background music is so nice and calm and relaxing. It's lovely. After we free Micah, we might do some hunting. I don't want to do too many of the main missions all in a row. Like I said, and when I first start streaming this, I want to stretch this playthrough out. We're going to be playing this well into next year, I hope. Does anyone play chess? I mean, I have played it before. I am not a regular player of it. I wouldn't say I'm good at it or anything. I mean, I know some people who do, but... Mushrooms. I play checkers. I can do checkers just fine. Yeah, chess is a game that's very smart, very strategic. Yeah. I admire people who play chess well. Uh-oh. I mean, no, I like checkers too. Checkers is fun. It's just obviously checkers is a little easier. Dual Links? I'm not sure I know what Dual Links is. These guys have nefarious intention. Oh, Yu-Gi-Oh! No, I haven't played it. I think my brother has played Yu-Gi-Oh! Or at least something like it. Oh, dang it, they got me. I should have been checking the red dots so I could maybe sneak up on them. Maybe throw a stick of dynamite in the middle of them. I think my brother played Yu-Gi-Oh! At some point. I don't know if he still does, but I'm pretty sure he has some Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards and whatnot. Okay, so let's get back on the road. I wonder if that little area is still open. I'd like to attack them again. Hang on, wait a minute. Okay, yeah. Someone in stream said, nice. Oh. What can $1 million buy you? In the US? I mean, quite a bit. Buy you quite a bit. I mean, not as much as it used to. I mean, $1 million is still a good amount of money to have. It would take a normal person like myself, would take quite a while for me to earn $1 million. It's still a hefty sum of money. You know, it's not as valuable as it was, say, about 4 years ago. But it's still pretty valuable. You can still buy a lot with $1 million. It's a nice little chunk to have. There is still a bit of a... It's still considered a statement of status to say you are a millionaire. Yeah, Trump winning the presidency. I was pretty 50-50 on whether he would win or not. I didn't know what to expect on this election. But I'm very glad he won. I hope he follows through with a lot of the stuff he said he was going to do. I don't agree with him on everything, obviously, but I don't agree with any politician on everything. But Trump's president? Yeah, it's the U.S. election, Donald Trump. He was president from 2016 to 2020. Most of us, most people like myself, believe he won the 2020 election, but got cheated out of it. But he won the election again. Yeah, Joe Biden will be president until January, but we held our elections last night, and Donald Trump won. Uh-oh. We got some wolves chasing me. Yep, Donald Trump won. He won election again. So he is only the second president in history to be president, then lose re-election, and then get the office back. The other one was, I believe, Grover Cleveland, which that was back in the 1800s, if I'm not mistaken.
There we go.
But yeah, Trump won re-election last night, which I am pleased that he did. It's very good.
You're all right.
No, no, it would write like this. Joe Biden. Which, that channel I was telling you about, the one that's actually where I have the most subscribers, a lot of my subscribers came from me making jokes about Joe Biden. That's where a lot of that came from. Your name is Yellow. Yep, my name is Yellow, as I am the owner of the...
Stay back. This here's a private affair.
Oh, gosh. I don't know if... Can I chase this person down?
Oh, you in for some real treat if you think this. Just had to get children. I'll make you suffer.
Alright, we got him. Okay. Horsey, stop. Horsey, stop. Yeah. That was definitely a bad fellow there.
Get me free!
Alright, let's put her down. I don't want that horse to just get, freak out and then, kick her or anything and kill her.
Really gonna leave me tied up like this?
No, of course not. I saved you, didn't I? I didn't save you just to put you on the back of my horse.
Oh, you showed up when you did. Oh, the things he said he'd do to me.
It's all right, ma'am. It's over now.
Poor lady. Take the horse. Take the horse, lady. Yeah, that's very true. That's very true.
Nice folks around here. Yeah.
I mean, one thing that's interesting, Israel, I don't know if you saw this, but one of the people that they propped up as one of the worst people on January 6th, he got sentenced recently. And for all of that talk about how horrible he was, he got 3 years probation. Get back to the wolf. Oh yeah, the wolf. I almost forgot the wolf. I mean, well, I'm not too worried about the wolf. It's a poor pelt. Plus, it's dark. I'll find other wolves. I got the one wolf pelt, so I'm satisfied with that for now. I'll get other wolves later. I agree.
Hey there. Can I
Hey, it's a
help you?
foreman.
Just taking a look.
Joe Biden, why'd he drop out? Do you want the media version or do you want what really happened? Because there are two different reasons.
But we should have some fine big valley
Well,
lumber
they're
for sale
related
first.
reasons, I should say, but
I'll keep that in mind.
the main reason is they were obviously worried.
Look at
This
these
last one.
dogs.
Hey, no problem, Isawi. Good to see you.
You got any supplies?
Thank you for stopping by.
Medicine. Starting to run low.
Have a good one.
I can't spare anyone to go into town. Not the way things are going.
I want to hear out this conversation. What did he say he wants? Like food? Here's some bread. Here's some cheese. Corn. It's the best thing in the world, apparently. It saved everyone in Interstellar. I'm going to be a mod one day. I have a feeling you will. Let's see, what else can I sell to them? I could sell them snake oil. That's terrible, but it's kind of funny. Here, one of you can smoke a stogie. I mean, I'll pick a lot of this stuff up later anyway, so I'm full on some of this. But, so yeah, basically Biden, when they had the debates between him and Trump back in June, his cognitive decline was on full display. And everybody saw it. I actually did a meme video of this, by the way, if on one of my other channels. But it was a pretty disastrous performance.
Appreciate it.
And
Just help keep us going.
at that point, they were kind of like, okay, can we really run this guy and even have a shot at winning? Now, because Biden was also, he was polling pretty poorly before the debate, and then the debate, people were like, oh gosh, this is rough, this isn't good. So most people, myself included, think that Kamala Harris was picked because they were like, if they wanted to win, they would not have picked Kamala Harris. Like, if they really wanted to guarantee they were going to win, they would not have picked her. But the concern was that Trump was so far ahead that they really didn't have much of a shot to begin with, so they don't want to put out one of their best candidates. So they were like, we'll take our chances with Kamala. It's an easy transition between her and Joe, because if people actually do like Joe's policies, she's been a part of those because she's vice president. But if people don't, then we can just kind of use her as a sacrificial lamb because she's not a good politician on their side anyway. She's one of the least popular liberals in the country. Has been for a while. Back when she ran for president in 2020, she performed horribly in the Democratic primaries. And yet Joe Biden picked her anyway because she's black, well, woman of color, that checks certain boxes, and they can say, we promoted the first woman of color into this political office of vice president. Look how progressive we are. Hang on. What's wrong?
I'm in bad sorts
Hang on.
here. I took a little jolt and have managed to get myself hopelessly lost. I am staying in Strawberry. If you could just guide me back.
Can't think of a good reason to say no.
Oh, thank you.
Why
thank you,
can't he
Will.
just get on my
Up
horse?
there on the back with you?
Your legs work, don't they?
Arthur, it would go so much faster if you let him on the back of your horse.
Demeaning.
Anyway. But,
What out here anyway? Clearly ain't your natural habitat.
sorry, I'm just trying to make sure I get through this
I'm from New York
conversation.
City, actually.
Can I accept and put him on the back of my horse? Come on.
You don't say.
Oh, yes. There was some talk at the country club about this burgeoning little resort town called Strawberry. So I thought it might be quite the trip to see what all the fuss was. Perhaps make a few investments while it was still undervalued. Is something wrong? Do you see something?
Nope,
So
we're good.
anyway, as I was saying,
We'll just walk.
Turns out I was made the fool.
But anyway,
Not enjoying it then?
so
It's a town of splinters. If you can
the
call it much of a
curious
town at
part
all.
of the
Now
timing
I step off
regarding
the
Joe
carriage and
being
I take
removed
the
from
North West.
candidacy was, so the debate happened in
Suppose
June,
some might call it
and the
charming.
debate was cited as the
I can
reason they
tell you,
ultimately got
talk
rid of
is
him.
not worth much these days.
However,
You show me a timber frame shack,
they
and
didn't
I'll
get
show
rid
you
of him
more.
directly after the debate. They waited about 2 months.
Meanwhile, you have this
They didn't get rid of him
tunnel
until after the assassination attempt on Trump,
cultural hub.
about 2 months later, or maybe like a month and a half,
Some credit. He must be quite the
which,
salesman. He did get me out here after all. More fool me.
and then like a week after the assassination attempt, Joe Biden dropped out.
No offense.
So
Little taken.
it's easy to look at that and wonder, did they only take Joe out of the race because they had a plan and it failed? So, because, I mean, the timing, it's hard to ignore the timing. It was a bit wonky.
I cannot possibly follow you at this pace. Oh, I remember that. We're on the path.
So, you could argue that the reason he's off the ticket is because A, the June debate performance, and a failed plan. Or you can just believe it was the debate performance and his cognitive decline was just too much, and they needed a sacrificial lamb, and Kamala was perfect.
Sir, you've rescued me from the dead.
A lot of people think that
You seem quite
the person they're
resourceful
grooming
sort, sir.
on the Democrat side for 2028 is probably going to be Josh Shapiro in Pennsylvania,
Look into that
which at the moment, I would agree he's the favorite. Now, a lot can change over 4 years. We'll see how viable a candidate he is then, but right now my guess is he'll be the one they'll tote out there. As for the conservative side, no idea, because obviously these next 4 years are the only one, that's all Trump will have left. This would be his second term, so he won't be able to run again after this. Some people say J.D. Vance. Some people like myself would prefer somebody like Ron DeSantis. I would personally love to see Rand Paul as president. He's a senator here in my state.
Jesus.
Now, do I think Rand Paul will ever be made president? No, because I think the Republican establishment will never let him be president. Trump's press secretary is now saying they're going to begin mass deportations on day one. Here's hoping. I'd like Thomas Massey to run sometime. He was the next person I was about to say. I like Thomas Massey quite a bit. He's another politician in my area. It's so weird that my state has probably two of the better politicians in the country and also one of the absolute worst. Because we have Rand Paul and we have Thomas Massey, both of whom I like, but we also have Mitch McConnell, who's one of the absolute worst politicians in the United States. He is terrible. And somehow we have all three. But now granted, Mitch McConnell was somebody who was picked a long time ago, back before obviously we knew anything really about how bad he was. So, but, and plus back in the 80s and 90s, politicians kind of showing how bad they were, it was something that was harder to see, I think, back then. I think when Trump got elected the first time, that's when a lot of people's eyes were open regarding just how bad it is. One of the better things Trump did is he kind of exposed a lot of just how ingrained these establishment politicians are. What about old Lindsey? Lindsey Graham? Yeah, he's South Carolina, I think. So thankfully he's not one of ours, but I would agree he's definitely one of the worst. I can't, he is probably, not even probably, I'll be honest, I don't like Mitt Romney at all, and Mitt Romney, they're like, oh, well, he's gonna leave the GOP, and I'm like, please do. because we don't buy you as one anyway. We don't buy you as a conservative. I don't care about whether you're bought as a GOP. I don't like the GOP. But by all means, leave the party. And by the way, I don't trust Tulsi Gabbard as a quote-unquote Republican. I want to hear what her values are before I would even begin to trust that. But when I see people saying, would you vote for Tulsi Gabbard as the first female president? I'm like, no. I'm not stupid. I mean, I don't want a female president, if I'm being honest.
Hello, sir.
I don't think female president is a good idea. I mean, I am glad she is going to work with our side and helps our majority. That is a good thing. I appreciate that. Out of many of the liberal politicians, she's one of the few I, personality-wise at least, like, but I don't know much about if her policies have changed at all. So, but yeah, when I see people be like, saying stuff like, we should have her and Vance on the next ticket, I'm like, stop. Stop that. There are way better options. Yeah, I mean, granted, could you make an argument that maybe she's been red-pilled a bit because of all the bad treatment she got? Perhaps. But I doubt it's on every issue. Maybe she's not a full-blown wokester at the moment. Maybe she's moved a bit on some of her socialist leanings, because a lot of her financial policy that she believed in were highly socialist. But this idea that, oh, she's a conservative now, I'm like, do you people not understand how values work? Oh my gosh. In fact, if she had suddenly up and changed all of her values, I would trust her significantly less. Because that just means you're a politician. Do you want to know part of the reason why Carrie Lake is not viewed as a good politician? Because she doesn't have she says nothing different from Trump. She agrees with him on everything, which makes most people look at her and say, oh, you're just riding his coattails. Because not only she agreed with him on everything from prior, anytime he has appeared to have changed his stance on something, she'll change right with him. It's like, she is viewed by many as, oh, you're just riding his coattails. It's called grifting.
Maybe that steam donkey over there still works.
Hey, steam donkey, don't be talking about my family like that. I wish you could just leave Micah here. Where's the steam donkey? Is it over here? My nose is a little stopped up. I'm gonna have to blow my nose later. I blow my nose at you, so-called Arthur King. You and your filthy English connecticut. He didn't drain the swamp last time, so I have no reason to believe he did it this time. Well, if you listen to him on Joe Rogan, some of it I can understand. Like, when he was saying, I'm going to drain the swamp, I only bought that to an extent because I'm like, I don't think you... Spike, would you rather watch a tree grow or a knee grow? Well, there's ups and downs to both of them. That's pretty good. I like that. But I think Trump, because he had no real political experience prior to being president, I don't think even he knew just how bad it was. So, and kind of like what he was saying on Rogan, when you become president, you have to staff like 10,000 positions almost immediately. So, and let's be honest, Trump likes people who flatter his ego. That's 100% true. So there were a lot of people latching themselves onto him who, oh gosh. So, a lot of the people he was employing I don't think even he realized how dirty a lot of them were. It's like he tried. It's like he might have been trying to drain it, but he added to it. I think to at least some degree inadvertently. I don't think he realized just how bad it would get because a lot of the people who latched themselves onto him were just as swampy as the people he was replacing. So he needs to be far warier this time of that. I mean, one thing I'll give him credit for on that front, back when he was president, is when people were turning on him while he was in office, he was pretty quick to call it out. But when you hire that many people, it's hard not to get a lot of bad eggs. And I think having no real political experience before that made it a little bit more difficult for him to deal with that. I'm hoping that... Did he just get shot in the butt? Oh no, they killed Micah. No. Can we just move on with the story? But hopefully the experience he has will help him. You think about Bolson? Bolsonaro? Well, that's more your take, Israel, than mine. At least I look at that whole thing a little different than you do. Are you talking about the president of Brazil? I'm gonna be honest, I don't know a ton about him. Like everything that was going on in Brazil, I only just started to become privy to. So I don't remember if Bolsonaro is, and I don't even know if I'm saying his name right, but I'm not sure. Like, I don't even know if that's the one who got elected that they're keeping out, or the one who's actually dirty and corrupt off the top of my head. Oof. Oh, he died simultaneously. That was good. Some good shooting there. Yeehaw. Are you gonna play Red Dead 1? I actually just finished that. I think last week or the week before is when I ended my playthrough of Red Dead. But my gaming channel is where the re-uploads of those streams are. Which if you go to the homepage of this channel, there's links to my other channels, but it's the one that's called Gaming with Gord. That's where the re-uploads are of those streams, if you're interested in watching those. I got a repeater. That is really messed up. Micah just going in there and murdering those people. Take cover! Ooh, Micah is a good person. This election just helped us know that 2020 was... Yeah. She's underperformed by like 15 million votes, if not more. And if you look at the votes that Trump's gotten, they're in line with his last election, numbers-wise. Pretty much the same. I mean, we don't know the final tallies yet, but he's, like, even when I finally went to sleep, he wasn't far off from 2020 as far as the number of total votes he's received. Oh, that was a good one. Ooh, he's out. All right, Jacob, take it easy. Why? Whoa! What was? He's trying to shoot with a shotgun there.
Look, they're sending the whole brigade.
Micah's crazy. Oh! That was some good shooting.
Let's get out of here before we get any more on our.
In Red Dead 1, you can find the cure for tuberculosis in a newspaper. Really? No, I didn't know that.
I gotta hand it to you.
What about the cure for lumbago?
You pulled back there. Got a bit wild, all right. Wild? Making a house call in the middle of all that? Ain't much I care about more than those guns. That much is clear. Who was that fella? Skinny? Yeah. We ran together for a while. Did a bank job down south. Didn't end well. I saw how it goddamn ended. He was gonna let me hang. I'm starting to wish I had. And you owe
There
Lincoln
is no
too.
cure for that. Yeah, there's no cure for lumbago.
We'll all be thanked profusely, I promise.
Except lumbagles.
Well, you're lucky Dutch has got your back. For some unknown reason.
Ooh, he's such a snake. Micah is scum between my toes.
Think we finally lost him. I hope so. I'm giving you a holster. It's my way of saying thank you. And thank you. There I was, having a dull day only for you. To liven it up by letting me help you shoot up half a town. You're a funny fella, Arthur. Real funny. Why you act all sour all the time? Well, you
Just to be sure, you've already finished Red Dead 2. I don't want to do these. Yeah, I've beaten this before. Yeah.
But we're family now.
Red Dead 1, I've beaten probably about 6 times. Red Dead 2, I have beaten twice.
Sons of Dutch makes us brothers. Sometimes brothers make mistakes. Now I'm heading back to my little camp around back of Strawberry. Come see me. Maybe I can make things up to you. You ain't heading back to Dutch? No, I've been a bad boy, Arthur. I ain't seeing Dutch till I can bring him a peace offering. Bye now.
Yep. But yeah, I love the Red Dead games. Absolutely love them. There's the offhand holster. No, it says hold for details. What? Shoot. You now own an offhand holster. This allows you to carry 2 sidearms at once. What about Red Dead Revolver? I never got to play Red Dead Revolver. I never actually got to play that. I'll be honest, when like that game like switched developers, I was wary of it even being good, but it was one of those that I wish I had at the time because I heard a lot of people say it was actually pretty solid. I don't have any idea how it would hold up now, but never actually got to play that. I actually kind of wonder if it's in the PlayStation Store, or, you know, in the Classics collection. I have to look at that. I think it is. But yeah, I've played Red Dead 1 and 2 a good amount, but never Red Dead Revolver.
Easy, whoa.
It's pretty good, but Gun is better. Yeah, I have heard that Gun was a lot better. Gun was another one I missed on, though. Gosh, I wish I'd... That's one I really wish I'd played. $170 bounty. Probably actually would... I probably have the money for that. Well, we won't do that just yet. Well, I don't know, maybe we'll... Let's actually head to the post office, and... Let's see. Hang on, we need to feed our horsey.
How you doing, boy?
Have a carrot. You're okay, boy. You can play Gun if you have Steam. It's pretty cheap. I didn't even think to check that. Yeah. Well, yeah, I do have Steam. I do have Steam, so I will look that up. Shoot, my pen's on the ground. I was about to make a note of it. Oh, I think I'll remember. I will look up gun after the stream. Put that on the wish list. Or buy it outright if it's on sale. Who knows? It's not on sale now. I'm sure it will be the next Steam sale or whatever. At some point or other. Actually, hang on. So we have $183. Yeah, it's paying our bounty off of there now would just drain us. So forget that. Actually, let's go. I want to say it was up around here that somewhere close by here is a legendary animal, I think. Is that by where we caught the Black Widow? We'll head up that way. Well, hang on, actually. Whoop, didn't mean to do that. Whoopsie daisy. I'll equip the cattleman. The cattleman. Put some tea on the cattleman. And who knows, we'll probably run into something cool to do while we're on the way. I always tend to on these long horse rides. Of course, hang on, let me check my... Let's see. Documents. I'm still here. I'm just playing WWE 2K20. Right, no problem, man. Is Micah the rat? Or is Abigail the real rat? Hey, you know? You never know. Horse cargo. Horse cargo or escargot? Which is more delicious? North of Strawberry is Watson's cabin. You know what? Watson's cabin, north of Strawberry. How north of Strawberry exactly? Is it even available at this time? Because sometimes those things are not. Probably want to pay off my bounty there first. So we'll wait on that one. Did my horse just fart? Alright, got that. As that's for a fountain pen. See, I thought that pen that I got from that dude that I caught up with would be good enough. Cigarette cards. I'm gonna check something. Compendium challenges, story. I'm wondering about that guy who told me about the famous shooters. I've already talked to him, but I thought he gave you like, didn't he give you like cards or something like that to identify them? Why don't I have those? There's cigarette cards, a new hobby. Duchess asks for a pipe. Mary Beth asks for a pen. I don't see that anywhere. Raiders letters. That's all. Yeah, recent stuff. Provisions, tonics, ingredients, materials, kit. None there, none there. It's all cigarette cards. Prominent Americans. Oh, okay, no, these are... Alright, these are it. My bad, my bad. Alright. Actually, I know where Black Belle is. I know where she is. She's down, I think near Saint Denis it was. I remember that. Billy Midnight. Let's flip his and read it. The man who killed Rabbit Matthews, little known about Midnight before the killing. Thought to have been Matthews' rifle cleaner, yada yada. St. Louis, Saint Denis, San Francisco, receiving death threats. Now recluse, save for regular sightings at Rhodes train station. Ask for him there. Okay. A squirrel ran past the stage while Kamal was preparing to speak. The spirit of Peanut! That's kind of awesome. Alright, Rhodes Station. Where is that? Do we have that place unlocked at the time, or should I check somewhere else? Let's see, there's Emerald Station. Here's Rhodes. And there is Billy Midnight. Guys, we're going to find Billy Midnight. And it's only 5:30. But, and given that it's 5:30, this might be the last thing we do. Gosh, time flies when you're having fun in this game. It flies really flippin' fast. Let's go kill Billy. Exactly. Let's go Killiam William. By the way, as always, to all you chill folk in the chat, I appreciate y'all hanging with me.
Keep your distance. Got a criminal here.
I'm not going to mess with a fellow bounty hunter. Like the criminals that walk along and like, can you shoot these chains off of me? Them I'll help, because helping them oftentimes involves getting some... the Minecraft hotline is overloaded with... I don't doubt that. Yeah, I was saying the people who are walking along and wearing some chains, I don't mind helping them generally because they give you locations for homesteads you can rob, which those are among some of my favorite missions. I think this is old... This is where Dinosaur Bone Lady is. I think she's up here. Take me up there. Oh, this is a different guy. This is the guy with the map. I don't understand this at all.
What's the problem?
Problem? No, there's no problem. Quite the contrary. Well, there is a problem. For me, but not for you.
All right. I ain't got time for...
No, wait! Give me a minute of your life. I might just change it forever. I'm
Forever.
sure you will have heard of me. Maximo Cristobal Valdespino, the renowned explorer.
Can't say
Sure.
There has been
What?
much written about me. I once had high tea with the Viceroy of India. I helped liberate South America. I've climbed mountains and swum across seas. I have had many women. I've spent the last 3 months hunting treasure on the American frontier. Beautiful country. Reminds me a lot of Almeria. But tomorrow I set sail for the island of Shikoku in the Japanese archipelago in search of the legendary Tokushima sapphire.
Well, good for you.
No, hold on. You see this map here? It was made by the Jackhole Gang. They rob banks all the way from here to California.
Yeah, I know who the Jack Hall gang are.
Oh, them you have heard of, but me? Huh. Well, rumor has it they buried gold somewhere in this area, but were killed before they could retrieve it. They created 2 maps to ensure it was well hidden. This is the first and should lead you to the second. You just need to follow the landmarks drawn here.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
That was quite a stomach growl there by
Unfortunately,
me.
I am out of time
I just
now,
realized I
but
haven't
am
eaten
prepared
today.
to sell it to you for the low price of
Fukushima Sapphire, my next Japanese wife with an extra Maximo, I will buy your map.
What the hell? Why not?
A very wise invention. I wish you the best of luck.
That's practically the price of a PS5 Pro back in that day. All right. You start here. You go down there. It's in the crevice. Oh my gosh. I'll probably look up later exactly where to go.
Yep.
Alright. Back to Sir William Midnight. Oh wait, there's a stranger down here too? Alright, we'll talk to that stranger. I think this will be the dinosaur bone lady. Whoa. Wow. Almost rode off the cliff. Almost pulled a Harris voter just there.
Slow it up.
Alright, there we go. Do you think horses find that sliding as fun as I do? I imagine they do. You know, the first Atari against inflation would be $750 a day when it first came out. Really? I mean, that makes sense. That seems about right. I mean, back then, when you first release appliances like that, yeah, those were seen as big budget items that only people kind of could exclusively get. But then obviously consoles went more mainstream. But yeah, that doesn't surprise me too much. Who's this fella here? I'm curious about him. What you up to, friend?
Hey, you! Get out of here!
Up, see? You being hostile like that. Will ya? See? You act rude.
Slow up now.
Can I be more? Well, like I said, that we'll decide that in time. I guess I like to wait until after, someone has been in my streams a few times and I know them a bit. So, yeah, just patience. Just have fun in the chat while you're here. And, like I said, in a few weeks, if you've been around and you're still interested, I probably will. I just obviously thank Harris for her bravery, for loving America's promise. I am and will ever be proud. Nobody cares about Viola Davis, Miss Woman King. That awful film. That awful piece of propaganda. Here, in case you need to stay warm by the fire. Aw. He didn't land right. We want to make sure he stays warm. The man was so cold at night he used himself as a log. I saw a little bit of the highlights from The View. Joy Behar had a sort of reasonable thing, like a little less unhinged. Now, granted, this was a small snippet, but she was saying, well, the democratic process worked. I don't agree with their choice, but blah, 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 blah. That whole kind of thing. What's her face? Sunny Houston, I don't remember exactly what she said, but she had one of the more silly takes that you could debunk in about 2 seconds. Talking about, like, Kamala's performance, and I'm like, sweetheart, did you check the popular vote totals? She performed poorly. In fact, you want to hear a wild... I don't know if you all have seen this graphic or not, but they showed this, I think, on CNN last night. So, they pulled up the entire U.S. county map. And he said, these are the number of counties that Kamala has overperformed in. And they clicked on the thing to make that pop up. Not one in the entire country. She did not overperform in even one county in all of the United States. That is wild. That's absolutely wild. I saw that and I'm like, okay, that surprises even me. Even someone who knows how terrible a candidate she is, I'm like, dang, not one in the whole country?
Sure.
Jeez.
Perhaps not as much as you.
Oh, no, don't worry about these. Actually, we'll take some. Take a couple of pounds.
It was that
Oh, thank you.
he pressed the
What are
wrong
those
button.
cigarettes for?
It's like,
You
oh,
heading
did
on a
he?
long journey or something?
It's like, I don't see them. It's like, have they, like, has CNN retracted that?
Oh, you got me?
Yeah?
Well, get them out. Let me take a look. Come on.
Well, Israel, it's like she did before. Just, she's got to put her head down and get to work.
Nothing I haven't got. The value is in completing the set. Sometimes I'll smoke up to 200 cigarettes in one day, just so I can keep opening the packs. I wish I could explain to you the pleasure and the pain.
I have a feeling this is the guy in the first Beetlejuice. He's like, can I get you a cigarette?
Not to mention the vast amounts of life
Trying to cut back myself.
Oh, and the
It added to it a little there that I was coughing.
sure.
I mean, I'm not smoking, but
Is worth a fortune. Yeah, look at this.
I might have to buy some Victory cigars.
Over here,
Or a
circus
pipe.
freaks. Yes. Meow meows of the desert. So rare.
I never knew.
Sure.
How much?
Well, it depends on the rarity, sir.
I've got Dumbledore.
But, you know, if you ever get a complete set, I can take it off your hands.
You'd pay me.
A fair price. Now, you send them to me right here. Phineas T. Ramsbottom. At your service.
Cough and celery. A little
This is
bit.
my train.
A little bit.
Look me up, okay?
Little bit,
Think about
little
this
bit.
deal. Only a complete set.
Not bad or anything, but just it's kind of, yeah, there's a little bit of, I've got a little bit of sinuses on top of it right now. So it's probably a little bit more of that right now than from when I was sick a few weeks ago. Believe it or not, Whitey, I thought I might be putting up a meme video fairly soon. I had something of an idea last night for a quote unquote celebrity reaction video for what happened. And basically list, like, I'm still working out how exactly I'll present it, but the basic idea is, like, I'll put up the celebrity's name and what I imagine their reaction is, and it's really just one of their reactions from one of their movies, and or clips from, like, appearances they've made, and some of them I think are pretty dang funny. So I was downloading a few movie clips here and there last night. I got about 15 of them, I think, maybe 20. But I think I'll probably have that out in the next couple of days. You know, assuming it plays out well. But yeah, it's like I might have to be. I got his. His was easy. His was the first one I thought of, or at least, well, I think he was the quickest one I thought of. I was thinking of a few other celebrities before him, but I already got Hamill's. I might think of I might have to do a couple for Hamill because there's that one and then there's the frustrated lightsaber toss. Like a couple of his are easy. But here's Dinosaur Later.
Did the university send you? Because if they did,
De Niro's though the one I landed on was the Analyze This where he shoots the pillow.
Balderdash. Are you quite certain you're not a spy?
Infragata. Arthur Morgan is a true warrior, though our combat styles are drastically different. Nice. Welcome. Good to see you here.
I am the leading amateur paleontologist in the nation, and not
You're definitely pale, lady.
Will hire me because, unlike them, I actually have ideas.
Well, you should start a new university called the Actual Ideas University.
Are they real?
Of course they're real, you nincompoop. And everywhere.
How do I know that bone's not from a giant cat?
State was once a
Prove it.
vast, shallow sea that had the most incredible animal that could walk, swim, and fly. Quite unique. I call it Totalis.
I call it
now,
the penguin.
I'm trying to gather all the evidence. Miss Deborah McGinnis.
Arthur.
Good to meet you.
Well, you're definitely a miss. I know you're not a missus.
Yeah. Listen, if you find any of these bones around the country, send them to my homestead at Furwood Rise in Cumberland Forest. Or mail me the locations. I'll reward you handsomely for your efforts.
Thank you.
Why not?
And we'll be proving a lot of stuck-up buffoons very, very wrong. Which, trust me,
I thought that was pretty interesting. Like the Amish came out in droves. It's like, yeah, don't mess with the Amish or squirrels. I was seeing that, I was like, oh my gosh. We've galvanized the Amish. Holy cow. It's so easy sometimes to forget about the Amish and how things affect them, but I guess it did. Pretty crazy.
Okay there.
What is... Oh no. What happened to this little... I've subscribed. Anyone playing this is a man worthy. Well, I appreciate that. Appreciate that. Even if I couldn't quite say it right. A rotten pronghorn. Rotten pronghorn was my nickname in high school.
This isn't right. Let me out here.
Easy.
It weren't my fault. I don't deserve to be locked up.
See? My thoughts exactly. Like we hadn't heard that before. It weren't my fault. I have the cancer. I don't know why my mind jumped to that, but she kind of reminded me of the lady in No Country for Old Men. I got the cancer. Alright. We really do need to get to Billy Midnight, though. We're approaching 3 hours here on this stream. But it's fine. It's fine. William Midnight will get his. William Midnight will die at around 6 o'clock. Or at least we'll ask about him.
Easy. Whoa.
Take me there, Wumbo. Like, I need to eat something. Sorry, Wumbo, but I'm eating beans. So, you're not going to appreciate what I do to this saddle here in the next few minutes. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We got some friends. That's alright. Abomination, AJ, how you doing, man? It's like, alright, Raiden. Alright, guys, y'all want to do this?
Hey, stop right where you are.
Alright, Horsey, let's hitch up.
You must have taken a wrong turn somewhere.
Walk away, you nosy idiot.
Hey, jackass! You need to leave.
Actually, you know what? I might have to take them out at range. That might make more sense. Okay, we've already started the shooting. Alright.
You're dead.
I'm not dead. I just started.
It'll be fine,
Down you go. Oh.
This is how you'll drop.
Real quick. Shoot. Cocaine? Or my Deadeye drinks? Valerian root. Valerian root helps cure those Valerian diseases. Oh. I think we got him. Let's go, Wumbo.
Easy now.
No, you shot the horse. Well, the horse was in on it. He had to go. Okay, actually, that horse wasn't in on it. He was actually kind of a victim. Poor guy. Sorry that happened, but what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Some things you just can't prevent. Oh, cool. He had dynamite on him. Sweet. He got $5 on him. That's good money. At least in this game it is. Now we just need to properly hide the bodies. I have an idea. Brown horse died so white horse can run. I don't know all of your names, so I'm going to name you all Cliff. I don't have to do this, obviously. Like, there's no real reason for me to do this. Except my own amusement. And in case I ever decide to, use this footage for videos. What if you could pick up the horse and drop it? I would never do that, though. I don't do that to a horse. That's not a bad looking hat. I might have to pick that up. Was that a Kamala Harris voter? Hey Arthur, is that human blood you're covered in? What? No. Human blood? What do you mean? Yeah, it looks a little goofy on his head. It looks a little funny. Whoops. Alright, that's all of them. Oh, did you think you were gonna get to stay right here? You get the funnest one. And also the wonkiest. Dang it. I really thought he'd drop him over the edge. That's okay. We'll go around. And here lie the cliffs. Okay. Back to Billy Midnight. Well, actually, wait. We probably should check this. I should probably check this, see if there's anything in it. They were clearly robbing it. They might have had a good reason. Like, there was something inside. Please be money. And some shotgun shells. Yeah, that's not exactly a fruitful robbery yet there. Y'all really robbed a coach for 10 pieces of ammo.
What?
Not exactly the heist of the century. That's like robbing a convenience store for a bag of Doritos. It's a white horse.
Easy, easy.
Okay, that's one of the horses from the carriage, actually. We're gonna leave him be. They did indeed. You know, it's funny, AJ, I thought you were joking when you said the brown horse died so the white horse could run, but that white horse there proved you right. I didn't see the white horse run off, or at least I didn't perceive that a white horse did. But you were absolutely right. What the piggy? Hey. That's my pig. Skin that boar. Sorry, Rosie, but you're coming with me. Look at that, y'all. 17 likes. How cool is that? You all are awesome. We're only 2 subscribers away from 1,300. Neat, neat, neat. Tell your friends. We need 2 more subs to get to 1,300. We got this. I don't know if we'll get there on this stream, but, you know, still. This stream is close to being finished. Heck yeah, man. Kill it, kill it, kill it. LeBron shared a photo of himself with his daughter, expressing concerns for her safety. Yeah, I saw that. Ugh, he's so cringe. Banger stream, would love a longer one at some point. Yeah, I'll do a longer one at some point. Today's not a good day for a long one because I'm just on so little sleep. But maybe it's like Friday or Saturday. I'll do some longer ones. Since I'm off and you know I'm so used to working those days. It would be fun to do a longer Red Dead one, like maybe a 4, 5, 6 hour one. That'd be cool. I occasionally have done I think I've done 1 5-hour and a few 4-hour ones, but yeah, it might be fun to pull a stream that long. Sure, we'll probably do that this weekend. Probably. I don't plan on streaming tomorrow. I'm going to try to work on my videos between now and then that I've got in the works. But yeah, Friday and or Saturday. I'll do a longer one, I think. Alright, let's head in here and learn about old William. About old William Midnight. Do you think Billy Midnight is still Billy Midnight in other time zones?
Hey, you there. A quick word.
What can I do for you, sir?
There's an old gunslinger I'm looking for. Heard he comes through here. Name of Midnight? Billy?
Oh, that old soak? Yeah, he spends days on board these trains, but he's going nowhere but the gutter. I imagine you'll find him right in the next one through here. Either that or the next one.
I can't tell if this guy is a bit of a June bug or if he's just a little Ned Flanders. Or both. I should have actually been paying attention to what he said there. He said, search the train. It's like, what do you mean? You're not Billiam Midnight. Follow me, horsey. Ma'am, are you Billy Midnight? That is one massive nose you got there, friend.
Mr. Midnight?
Excuse me, I'm trying to drink.
Mr. Midnight, listen, this won't take a moment. I just want to talk with you about your old days as a shootist.
Get away from me!
Hey!
I didn't shoot him in his sleep.
No one's
What?
Shoot him in his sleep, and if I did, it was the only way.
Okay.
No problem. I'm here about Jim Boy Calloway, and no one shot him yet.
I knew you'd come for me. Get away from me!
Mr. Midnight!
Everything's fine. He's the unreasonable one, I assure you.
I knew you'd come for me! It weren't my fault! I knew!
You don't know nothing, Mr.
Aw,
Midnight.
my cat's climbing up on me now.
Don't do something foolish.
You come for me!
Hello, Mozart.
Come on!
Oops. I'm not used to the duels in this game as opposed to the last one. They're a little bit simpler. Right in the head. Oh, I should have. Look at that. That is a beaut. Yeah, I've heard of there being a cutscene, but obviously I didn't really do much with that. Yeah, it's a freaking Mauser. Love it. That is one lovely gun there. You're fine, dude. You're fine. If I'm not mistaken, though, you still have to kill him, right? I mean, he'll still come at you. Return to Billy Midnight. Oh, right. Am I supposed to take a picture of him? Almost forgot that part. Items. Say cheese. You're okay, boy. Where's my horse? I want to do one of those epic jump off the train onto the horse thing. Looks like he's too far away though. I found a legendary fish location. Oh my gosh. Ow. That was a great reaction to that. Just fall, just back it. Dead, blame it. Well, all right, guys. So I'm gonna have Morgan camp here. We might actually do a little bit of legendary fishing. That's a big picture of a fish there. I'm not gonna lie. Do I actually have a fishing rod? I'll have to look up that. But anyway, I am gonna have him camp here after we hitch our horsey. Oh my gosh, it's a flippin' gator. And his eyes are lit up. Oh jeez. Horse, please don't like die or anything. Hold up. It's a demon gator. Did he die? Nope, he didn't die. Demon gator lives. Yeah, that horse really did do me wrong now that you think of it. Now I think about it. Oh, bloody hell. Yeah, I do need to study him. American alligator. Stay away from me. That's an alligator snapper, yeah. I actually found a baby one of those in a creek one time.
Hey, boy.
You flippin' traitor. Alright, let's try to find a bit of a less gatory spot. That's right. I'll be with y'all for just a few more minutes at least.
Okay.
Let's camp on the train track now. That'd be silly. Hang on. Where exactly am I at the moment? I never need to see one. Well, I mean, it was a baby one, so it was actually, I don't want to say cute. It was kind of ugly as sin, if I'm being honest with you, but I mean, it was harmless. It was like 2-3 inches long. It was a little guy. What's wrong?
I got away, but they got my wife. Please, mister. You gotta do something.
All right. Where is she?
It's a sack out in the swamp by the water.
Well, guys, I guess we got one more mission we're gonna do.
See if you can find the law. I'll do what I can.
Oh, I saw Israel. Yeah, that's all he's capable of. Well, I guess we're gonna do one more mission. Why not? Why not? Oh, I definitely want to watch that. I know, Shank Yeager, I think at one point during his show, he walked off. Like, he was... Well, he left to get help, so... And he was wounded, so I sort of get it. But... I don't know if I could. I mean, realistically, most of us probably would have just died. But just fought and died.
you for one more second.
All right. Let's approach this carefully. I know the last time I helped her, I accidentally shot a lantern and set her whole place on fire and she died. So that's why I wanted to be careful this time. Because the last time she didn't make it.
Please untie me now.
I got you.
You all right, ma'am?
Untie me now.
Sorry, I wanted
You're
your
welcome. No wonder he ran off.
Thank the Lord you showed up when you did. You saved my honor. Christ, what a mess.
Your honor?
Please get them out of here. I can't stand to touch them, and I don't want them rotting indoors.
Sure. I hope there's gators out there. Alright. Hopefully there's some gators who can do a bit of the help with the cleanup.
Do you mind, please? I can't rest if I'm looking at them.
That is some serious pickup skill right there. She probably just meant to pick up the other one, but get him a little bit out of sight, I guess. Lady, will you just calm the flip down? My gosh. I saved your honor. We can afford a wee bit of patience here, you know? Yes, I can count the number of horrible rapists in the cabin. Actually, we need to loot him real quick. Lenny? No, I'm just kidding. That's not Lenny. He just dresses similar. Okay, bye. Now, as for my reward, Trump and thumbnail. Yeah, I thought that thumbnail was fun. I mean, we are about done here, but all the same, I appreciate you joining. But yeah, I had a feeling that the
Boy, you better stop that now.
oh, you said take money. Where'd she say the money was? I forgot. Take predator bait. Lady, the predator bait is why the predators came here. Obviously. How do you think you ended up with them? President Alfred McAllister.
Please, just leave me alone.
I'm not going to take your canned salmon. Where did you say the money was? I forgot. Or I wasn't listening. I have this thing where I don't listen to what women say. It's a problem. It's a problem. Why are you robbing this woman? Didn't she say something about I could have money? I don't call it robbing. I think of it as rewarding myself for... I mean, I preserved her honor. That's got to be at least worth like $5. Minimum. Oh well, whatever. It's not that important. I got some hair tonic, so I mean, I think saving a woman from 2 predators, $5, like a bit of hair tonic, you know what? What else would you ask for? Clearly that's enough. Milkweed. I didn't know you could milkweed. Let's eat that milkweed. Alright, let's find a place to hitch our horse. Camp for a bit. It's a little baby gator! What in the world? Oh, okay, it's a hunter of sorts.
Good God. Okay there? Hold up. Easy. Eat, boy. Good boy.
Whoa, is my horse worried? I know there's some crazies in there. What's a baby gate? Eh? I don't know, did somebody say baby gate?
Easy now.
Is somebody hunting? What the heck? I'm talking about the baby gates that, like, oh, yeah, a baby gator. Yeah, there was a little baby gator. There was a little baby gator that crawled into the water right as I looked down. It was so tiny. Little baby gator. I think there's actually some people that hang out here. Okay, this is going to be right around here is where we actually are going to hitch it, because I'm going to raid that castle next stream. Hehe. It's kind of fun to do that. So, let's see, can we hitch up and camp here? I can't hitch there because of a weird wonky tree. Who do you think Arthur would vote for? I mean, Arthur's pretty I think Arthur's pretty based. I definitely think he'd vote Trump. I don't think he'd like all that leftist government oversight. Dutch, on the other hand, I think he might go the other way. You know what? That's probably, you got a good point there. Alright, so... set up camp right here. Alright, ladies and germs. That is going to wrap it up for me. I did about 3 hours, 15 minutes. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. Dutch would vote Jill Stein or something. Yeah, but anyway, so this was a really good time. I appreciate all you joining me. Saw some new faces. Saw some repeats, obviously. I should be back on Friday. We're going to do a special Friday stream and probably a Saturday one as well, since I am off work this weekend. Had a nice little vacation. So I might do a bit of a longer one on those days. At least one of them. But yeah, this was a lot of fun. Nice little post-election Red Dead stream. So thank you all for stopping by. I will see you all again soon. Until then, good night, God bless, and Godspeed.